Let's find the derivative of another function. So let's find f prime of x for the function the square root of x. Then you need to find the slopes of the graph of f at the points 1, 1 and 4, 2. And finally, we're going to discuss the behavior of your function f at 0, 0. So let's start with what we were first asked to find. We were first asked to find the derivative for this function. So let's start there. F prime of x. I'm going to write down our formula. It's the limit as delta x goes to 0. F of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. And then again in your function, you're going to replace the x in your function by x plus delta x. So you're going to be looking at the limit as delta x goes to 0, and it'll be the square root of x plus delta x minus the square root of x over delta x. So here, this limit has radicals in it. If I plug in delta of x equals 0, I get 0 over 0, which is bad. That's an indeterminate form. So we're going to need to do something. So remember what we did back when we were computing limits that had square roots. We multiplied top and bottom by the conjugate. So here I'm going to multiply by the square root of x plus delta x plus the square root of x. On top and bottom. So in the top, if you FOIL out the numerator, you'll get x plus delta x minus x. And you're going to leave the denominator alone. Don't FOIL anything out. Or distribute anything out. And if you look in your numerator, you'll see some things that cancel. X and minus x. So then, what am I going to be left with? Well, we see something else that cancels. Delta x cancels in top and bottom. So now I'm looking at the limit as delta x goes to 0. 1 over the square root of x plus delta x plus square root of x. Now I can plug in delta x as 0 to get 1 over the square root of x plus the square root of x. And you can simplify that if you want to 1 over 2 square root x. And there's my derivative. Now I was asked to find the slope of the graph at 2 points, so let's do that part next. 1, 1. So what you're going to do is plug in here x equals 1 into your derivative formula to get the slope. So the slope is f prime of 1, which would be 1/2. And then the other point was the point 4, 2. And then the slope is f prime of 4. Again, my x coordinate here was 4. Plug that into our derivative formula and you'll get 1/4. Now I was asked to talk about the behavior of your function at 0, 0. So think about our function and the domain of this function. So what's the domain here? The domain is, you can only take square roots of non-negative numbers, so the domain would be 0 to infinity. And so we have a bit of a problem, is that your function starts at 0, and so what that means is the slope of f is undefined at 0, 0. In particular, f has a vertical tangent line at this point 0, 0.